Well, good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Michael Wilhite here with Southern Indiana weather. Welcome to this latest edition of Beyond the Weather. It is about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on Tuesday, June the 17th, 2014, and it has been a scorcher of a day. Here it is 8:30 at night, and take a look at temperatures. Area wide, we are still hanging out in the mid to upper 80s all over the state under really mostly sunny skies rather than mostly cloudy, as I tried to say there. Mostly sunny skies with just a few clouds around the area, and it's not going to improve much more tonight. It's going to be a muggy night as we go throughout the evening. This video update, of course, tonight is sponsored by Metal Magic in Washington. You can give Chad a call at 698-8555 for all of your paintless dent repair needs. Folks, they have that great traveling hail team. They do a fantastic job. They're PDR Nation certified. What are you waiting for? Give them a call if you've got hail damage, or, who knows, maybe you get your car dinged in the parking lot at Walmart. It happens. Tell them Southern Indiana Weather sent you. They do a fantastic job. Alrighty, folks. As I said, we've got mostly clear skies going on right now. It'll stay that way overnight as I just kind of zoom out here a little bit. Let me take the temperature data off here. You can see just a few clouds around here tonight, but those aren't really going to be affecting us. A lot of severe weather going on up to our north. In fact, even some tornado warnings and plenty of severe thunderstorm warnings up here. A few warnings out to our west as well. Even a couple of warnings up here in northern Indiana as well. But none of that will affect us tonight as far as anything goes. Now, we do have rain in the forecast, really for, well, as far as the eye can see on the outlook, and we'll show you that here in just a second. Let me take you into the GFS model, just give you an idea of what we're talking about here on rain. Here we go into the overnight hours, and you can see there's some rain potentially up to our north, but here in southern Indiana, it looks like we're pretty good until about tomorrow afternoon. Then you start to see those rain chances here. If it's harder to see if you're watching on your phone or your small screen, right here is the state of Indiana. So right where my mouse is at here at the moment, this is what we're looking at for southern Indiana. As we put this into motion, you can see we have rain chances just continuing on. Here we are into Thursday as well. Here we are into Friday. There's more rain chances. Here we are into Saturday. There's more rain chances. Here we are into Sunday. I feel like a broken record. Here's some Sunday for you, 18Z, so it's 2 in the afternoon. Yep, more rain chances. Here we go on Monday. Good chance of rain on Monday morning from the way this particular model is reading it at the time. Tuesday, yeah, there's rain. Oh, yep, there's some rain chances showing up again. You get the idea. In fact, as far as the eye can see, here's Wednesday of next week. There's a pretty decent chance of rain. Now, don't let this scare you. It's one of these things where you could look at it and say, ooh, it's a low pressure, and it seems to be kind of taking on a negative tilt, and that's one of the signals that we look at for the potential of severe weather. But if I were to show you the upper level charts, what you would find out is that we would have absolutely zero, next to zero wind energy for this, so no support for this negatively tilted low at all. So nothing to worry about at this point for severe weather with this. We'll keep an eye on it and see if anything changes, but nothing with this particular system at the moment. In fact, nothing really strikes my fancy coming into our area, but what you can see is I continue to put the model into motion. Here we are going down into Saturday, June 29th, and we have still got daily rain chances. We've had summers in the past here where we have struggled to get any rain, and this is a summer where it seems like we're having a daily rain chance. And I guess we'll take it while we can get it, because who knows, that dry pattern may end up coming back. But for right now, as far as the eye can see in the models, this is exactly the same pattern that we've had the past couple of weeks. We've had lower rain chances the past couple of days, but they're coming back into the forecast, and it's just looking like, as far as the eye can see, anywhere from maybe a 20 or 30% chance up to even a 50 or 60% chance at times is in the forecast, and that's just one of those things. Now, high resolution NAM, if we time it out on future radar, I just want you to show you that it does disagree with the GFS as far as our rain chances tomorrow. The GFS wants to paint a more heavy chance for us. If we take a look at the high resolution NAM as we put it through on Wednesday, you do see a few pop-up showers here and there on the model, but otherwise, just not a whole lot of activity going on. Most of the bulk of the action here stays up to our north, and really even on Thursday, a little bit of action in through the area, but not a whole lot either. So the high resolution is a little bit different than the GFS, but the rain chances are still there, just a little bit lower. Now, I want to point this out as well. The Storm Prediction Center has issued really more of a marginal risk for our area. Slight risk is here in the yellow. That's the 15% risk, and that stays well up to our north. So It really looks like the severe weather chances tomorrow stay north of Indianapolis as far as the best chances go. But they do have this 5% risk, which is a marginal risk at best, going down here maybe to the US 50 corridor and then cutting through towards just north of the Louisville area. And we'll see what they do with that in the morning, whether they keep this around or not. But as of the way things look right now, anyway, it looks like there is an isolated chance for a strong storm in the afternoon hours. Same will be true on Wednesday. If we take a look at Wednesday's outlook, you can see there is no slight risk for severe weather. It's all marginal risk across the nation. But you can see a broad area of just a chance of an isolated strong thunderstorm. So that's the way I've worded it in my 7-day outlook when we get there here in a little bit. I've worded it as just sort of a marginal chance for a strong, isolated, strong thunderstorm in the afternoon. I'm not looking for a widespread severe weather event the next couple of days, but I think certainly it's possible that we could end up with a strong storm or two here or there. All right, let's talk about temperatures as well. Let me take you into the GFS ensembles and just take a look at this. As far as the stinking eye can see, I mean, look at this, 91, 91, 91, 92. Might as well say that's just about 90, 91, 90. In fact, here we don't get close to there again. We don't get back to normal. Normal high temperature, by the way, is 85. We don't return to that until, notice this, June 25th before we can get to anything. Boy, my drawing with the mouse down here is terrible, but you get the idea. It looks like we're going to be locked into a just absolutely ridiculously hot and humid pattern for, well, it's going to be a while from the way things look. Doesn't look like we get a real break from the action here according to this model until Wednesday the 26th, and even then it's only down into the mid 80s for a high, but that is normally where we should be. So we have got some rain and we've got some hot temperatures to go with that rain. Of course, that brings about the humidity, so folks, make sure you do the normal precautions. If you have allergy problems, asthma conditions, things of this, COPD, make sure you've got your appropriate medicine and things, because I know this weather is hard on those who have breathing problems. Folks, this weather is also hard on pets too. Don't forget to give your pets, if they're outside, bring them inside if you have that ability to, and make sure they've got plenty of water and some shade, folks, because our furry friends can really struggle with their thick fur coats during weather like this, and again with temperatures in the vehicles like this. They'll grow into the hundreds easily with weather like this. So it's going to be hot no matter the way you look at it. Go ahead and point this out too before we get to the forecast. Let me put this out. The El Nino outlook. I show you this every once in a while on these Beyond the Weather just to give you an idea. El Nino still looks like it's coming. This is the latest update from today. And actually, remember 3 consecutive months of greater than 0.5 is what we classify as an El Nino event. And you can see, if I just illustrate this for you, here is where the 0.5 is on the graphic, and you can see we've got almost this. It's been since the beginning of April. By the time the end of June rolls around, if it's still above 0.5, they'll classify it as an El Nino. Now, this particular model is actually predicting that it goes down just a little bit, but then very quickly goes back up, and look how strong this El Nino gets. We're here, by the time you go out in this portion of the model, we're here probably already about March of next year, and right here is the 1.0, and anytime you get over 1.0, you're onto a very strong El Nino. Strong El Ninos can do a lot of damage as far as changing our weather anyway is concerned. For example, the strong El Ninos that we had back in 87, 88, or excuse me, 97, 98, you remember, many of you anyway probably remember all of the changes in weather we had with that. We had terrible mudslides out in California with just small villages absolutely in the mountains absolutely destroyed by those. We had just big severe weather events constantly down in the southern states. And of course around here during the wintertime when we get an El Nino, it brings next to no snow and warmer than normal temperatures typically for the Ohio Valley. So if this holds out, it's going to be a much different winter, and it looks like it's still on track for that. So I don't know, maybe that's something to look forward to for us, because I'm pretty sick of the cold weather that we had last winter, and I know many of you are as well. We'll see whether this holds out or not, but that's the way it stands. The latest on it right now is that it looks like we are almost all but certain to head for that. It's only a matter of how strong the El Nino wants to become, but we'll keep an eye on that and update you as we continue on. All right, let's go to southernindianaweather.com. I just updated the 7-day forecast here a little bit ago, folks. It's going to be another hot one. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 90s. Saturday, 90s. Sunday, 90s. We don't get back into the 80s until Monday and Tuesday of next week, but I want you to notice as I scroll down through here, daily rain chances I showed you in the models, 30% tomorrow, 30% on Thursday, hot and humid, sun mixed with clouds, partly cloudy, whatever you want to call it. It's just going to be almost a wash, rinse, repeat kind of pattern with just slight variances in the temperatures and the rain chances. But really, we have those all throughout the 7-day forecast the way the things look right now. And it looks like it's early next week before we start to get some relief in sight from this. Let's hope that comes because I don't know. I, for one, am not overly thrilled with the 90s. I would prefer it to be in the 70s and 80s, but we don't always get our wishes. We'll take what we can get. All right. That is it for this edition of Beyond the Weather, folks. We'll have another video for you in the morning time. I'm meteorologist Michael Wilhite. Hope you've enjoyed this. Have a great night. Stay safe, and we will see you next time.